Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. I want to zoom in on the courage to let go. The letting go of an abuser. To do it effectively, it must take a lot of thought, planning, conviction, commitment, all those sort of things. One thing I want to advise though, it's not going to arrive logically. So your logical egoic mind, the one that adds 1 + 1 = 2, is not going to be the mindset or the location from which you are able to let go. You have to let go of them, even though it seems illogically, you have to let go of them emotionally. It's an emotional release. It's saying, I no longer am going to permit this sort of relationship and force in my life because it's creating an anti-force. Every action creates a reaction. That's one of the laws of the universe. No energy is lost. What was that? Newton, who arrived at that statement or that universal law. However, every cause has an effect. Every action has a reaction. So if you continue to be around a true narcissist, borderline psychopathic abuser, it's eventually going to create the same sort of gap and hole and a sort of a void and an abyss in your personality, in your spirit, and to the point where it becomes unable to ignore. You're not able to ignore that reality anymore. Your truth is trying to come through so strong that it's moving you forward, and you have to begin to agree and understand and accept that this is the reality and this is in your best interest in the way it is supposed to be. We logically can't say it was supposed to be this way. How did me losing out months and years and decades of my life, how could this be? This doesn't make sense. I do not comprehend this. This does not make any sense. Why am I to have given all this energy, this time, this commitment to have it be just result in nothingness? So it's a very sort of emotional decision, so it cannot be arrived at rationally. You have to ultimately know in your heart that it's the right thing to do, and that arriving at that place might take definitely some courage, but it's going to take some time. It'll take an awareness, and then it'll take really the reframing and reformatting, saying, you know what, I am good enough, I am lovable, I am kind, I have, as I've heard a viewer say, I have so much to offer. He had been in touch with the fact that he has so much to offer, and he knows this about them. He's such a great person. Most women would love to be with him, and yet this narcissist just doesn't see it. And it's because they're a narcissist. It's because if they're a psychopath or they're a borderline, they can't see it. They do not have the eyes for which to see your goodness. They are intimidated. They are envious. They are frightened. They know that you have a genuine appeal, and they cannot be around this. They will find, they just churn and burn. So once you truly understand this and expose them for what they are, you're going to have to arrive to a place in your heart that says, I absolutely truly do not deserve this. I cannot permit this anymore. I can't I literally cannot live with this in my life. It becomes that toxic and that serious and that real, that you have to be willing to accept this and then take up your little spark and make it a torch, and make that torch light up your life, because life will begin to light up again, and you'll begin to reframe things and see things in a new light and kind of create a new identity, which we're going to call transformation, where you kind of come out the other side, where you become a new person. You're no longer that chrysalis, what do you call it, inchworm, or what do you call the centipede that becomes then the monarch. You're no longer that. You're no longer that inchworm. You're no longer that abused. You're no longer that victim. You have a new identity. You are transforming, and then you are transformed. And so that is really the progression that healing needs to take in terms of letting go of the abuser and going no contact. A lot of people, they go through what they call little contact or light contact. And I find this to be excruciating and difficult. And sometimes it can't be logical. If this is your family member, this is your husband, this is my child, and it seems very harsh. I've had another viewer say it seems very harsh. But however, it can't be arrived at logically. It seems illogical, but it's an emotional, spiritual knowing. I hope these videos help. I hope it gives you some perspective. And really, this sort of emotional, energetic change that has to occur so you can be free of the abuser and no longer have them continue to tyrannize you in your life. Peace and harmony with you here today. Hope these videos help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and your support.